How's it going? Some more. This is Politics with Lauren. All right. I know you're looking at the title saying, Biden made Russian waters and Red Dragon country energy gangs. And for the most part, he did. I don't know whether if it was purposeful or whether if it just simply happened because he didn't know what he was doing. I don't know. I don't know. Because some of the stuff he has done is quite questionable. But there's a lot going on up there in the Arctic Circle. Now, Russian waters and the Red Dragon country has one thing in common. One common, I don't want to say enemy, but I'll say frenemy in common, and that is NATO. Yes, NATO. They have surrounded, shall I say, Russian waters. And for the most part, they did it like Don Quixote. He runs out there with his wooden sword. I'm going to slay the dragon, being all delusional. Can I say Biden was delusional? Yes, he was. So much so that he backed Putin into a corner and made friends. He was able to make friends, a business relationship with the Red Dragon country. Now, was going up there in the Arctic that he found a huge reserve of oil and natural gas up there. Now, now that Putin, it's like, well, France, I'll give you oil if I want to. I'm going to charge you more money, more rubles, this or that. And he's taking advantage of that. Now, Biden's saying, well, rah, 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 doing all this barking. But the US has its own energy, not Europe. Europe solely relies on Russian waters. As they were saying, um, you know, you know, bad example. But however, they didn't think, Macron didn't think. I don't know what King Charles is going to do, or the King of Spain, the Queen of, oh my goodness, the royal family of Greece. You got all these people that are in a peculiar can't pronounce that word, situation. And it's all because they listened to the United States. NATO wants to control all of Europe. And if Russian waters goes down, then they have it. If Putin goes down, then they have it. Now, I found this quite interesting in The Diplomat. Okay. And it says China's engagement with Northern Sea Route. Now, right up there on the Arctic, there is a sea route to where um, Russian waters has a lot of land up there, and also a lot of ports, and they're able to get their oil and gas through there, flip around, and then drop it off at China. I'm sorry, Red Dragon country. And they're having a little resistance to the ice, but they have been dealing with that for a long time, so they're going to be able to make it work. But this is what I found quite interesting. Despite the potential adverse effect of climate change, it is undeniable that these changes have significantly contributed to the growing interest of countries such as Red Dragon country in the Arctic region, with a particular focus on maritime transport of resources extracted from the world's high north. Okay, the northern sea route, which some analysts expect to be ice free by 2050. Very, very interesting by 2050. Hey, how you doing? That would be very interesting. Uh, the guy that uh, will help you, rank 30. Okay. Hi. Um, Received special attention from both Red Dragon Country and Russian waters in recent years. After completing the voyage between, oh my goodness, Vladivostok and Kaliningrad, Ivan Fedoshin, second officer aboard the sailing vessel, reported a striking observation: the previous prevalent ice fields across the Bering Strait, Chukotka Sea, I'm sorry, and the eastern Siberian help disappear. Now, they're looking for all of this to disappear. And I believe that that would happen. And that would make it easier for the trade routes. So Russian waters is going to be a superpower, just as Red Dragon country is going to be a superpower. Now you have these other countries that are on the decline, and they are. You have England is on a decline. You have all these other countries due to them not having a lot of natural resources to where they have to go out and go to other countries to be able to war. Like Germany has to look towards Russian waters in order to heat their homes. You also have Finland and Sweden just jumped into NATO. I found that quite interesting because Russian waters was not even looking at Finland or Sweden. It simply was what was going on in the ukulele country. Now that all this is going on, and I have to say, Biden has been very, how can I say, easy on Russian waters. Very easy on Putin to where he's doing a lot of things, really flexing. And he has done a lot with the Nord Stream pipeline, Nord Stream 2. The first one there was an issue with, but it didn't stop a thing. Not at all. Now, I read in an article, and I can't bring it up because I'm having a little internet issues on my iPad, is that there has been a lot of trade by train from the Baltic country meaning the Russian water areas, and not, not Estonia, but the country next to Estonia. They're sending their trains through that area that unfortunately has to go through the ukulele country at some point. And they're like, we're a bit concerned because we don't know what the ukulele country may do. How may they retaliate if they do retaliate? Now, this stuff is going from the Baltic area all the way to the Red Dragon country. Now, in that area, it's called Gazprom, just upgraded their shipping area to where you're able to take liquid substance from the boat and put it onto vessels already waiting on the port. That technology has been made about 2 years ago. I did a video on it, and for some reason, my video is gone, so I can't sort of, show you. Thank you, YT. But now, due to all this innovation, now over in the Red Dragon country, you have all of the shipping to where they can't keep up with everything being shipped. I find that very interesting because the Red Dragon country is huge. I could only imagine what's in those, how can I say, empty vessels. I got to be careful what I say. So there's a lot going on, and it's making Russian waters energy strong. So he's telling all these countries, hey, France, you want something from me, then you're going to have. Matter of fact, let me reel that back a little bit. They're holding tight to the contracts that already exist. Now, the contracts that already exist is putting the squeeze on these countries so much so. So Russian waters, Putin's like, I'm not going to let you get out of your contract. You're going to stick with that. That is what you wrote. We agreed on that. Not because you did all that funny style stuff and you try to put me in a trick bag, but it didn't work. You were over there listening to NATO, you were listening to the United States, and you were jumping to their beat, and you didn't think about who turns on and off your oil and gas. You did not pay too much attention to that, and now you're going to pay dearly for it. And I'm thinking, oh man, it's getting really, really rough for the countries that are going through this situation when it really didn't have to. Now, I did several videos about 2 years ago talking about how we got into this situation. Now we're in the post and after effects of it. So, let me see. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Now here, okay, the melting ice. Okay, the Northern Sea Route, NSR, connecting to the Baltic Sea at the Bering Strait through the Russian waters, extensive Arctic. That's very important. Keep note of that. Is known for providing faster navigation during the ice free period. And so when it's not cold, when they're able to zip back and forth, zip, 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 they're able to get a lot done. But once that ice sets in, then it becomes a little harder. So right now, I read in a newspaper article that Russian waters is about 2 weeks behind getting oil and natural gas to the Red Dragon country. Now, they also do have a pipeline, but they're trying to work through that. And in order to do that, they have to go through the ukulele country. I agree with you. I agree with you. A lot of this stuff wouldn't even be an issue. Uh, I hope the women of America will save our democracy and voting. Okay, well, voting blue. Well, this is how we got in all this situation. But look, vote for whomever you choose to. Vote for whomever you choose to. Just make sure that you vote well on your local elections. Okay, that really gets you really good. But okay, drawing the interest of various global players. A trip from Dylan, Red Dragon Country to Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Also, the NSR takes around 33 days, as opposed to 48 days via the Suez Canal. I mean, all of this is connected. You go through the Suez Canal, then you go around Eastern Europe, and then you go up above, and then you go through the Arctic and zoom on over there. So there's a lot that is truly invested in all these situations. I got you. Look, yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. Okay, understanding the northern roots growing utilization means acknowledging the significant role played by Russian water, and Russian waters has that area up there locked down. Okay, even though that you have Sweden, they have their area, Netherlands has their area, um, Finland has their area, but the rest of the bulk, about 1,500 miles, belongs to Russian waters all the way across. I mean, that is a vast amount of land, a vast, and right there is that huge bulk of oil and gas deposits. Now, when Putin tried to get to it, uh, what's his name? Obama was like, no, you can't do that. We're not going to let you do that. So it sort of stalled him. But ever since Biden put those sanctions on Putin, it didn't work. It didn't work because now you have BRICS. BRICS, they're doing their own thing and they're not using the American dollar as reserves. They're like, look, screw you reserves. We're going around you and we're doing it by the crypto way. Oh man. And oh, Biden, you did this. Now, another thing, China's growing involvement in the northern NSR is evidenced by its 2018 Arctic white papers and the 14th five-year plan. Very interesting. Yep, down the line, it's going to be something. Okay, you're out of the group in the world. Okay, all right. Let's be nice, please. All right, and okay, emphasizing China. I'm sorry, Red Dragon's dedication to the polar regions collaboration. Uh, Red, China's interest in branded the Polar Silk Road. So not only do they have the Silk Road on land, but now they have the Silk Passageway by sea. So they got it both ways, and it's going to get very, very interesting. So who becomes the president of the United States will determine a lot what goes on over in Europe, because right now Europe is really suffering big time. They have all types of stuff that's going on over there as we are going over here in the United States. And um, it's getting real, real, real. Um, so here, okay, the component of the belt or the road initiative in the Arctic, it aims to establish new sea routes through the Arctic Ocean, tapping into the region's potential for global trade connectivity and promoting Arctic exploration. Russian Waters has welcomed this interest, with President Vladimir Putin saying in 2017 that the Silk Road has reached the north. And and Biden did absolutely nothing besides say, no, you can't do that. No. I mean, he's going to do what he wants to do, and he's doing it. Now, I'm not saying that that area over there or Russian waters should not have their own ability to be able to move their energy and to be able to make money off their energy or to even nationalize it. I think every country should be able to do that. But when you are in a, how can I say, a skirmish, it gets to be quite interesting. Very, very interesting. So here, and all of this is going on now. All of this has been going on for the past uh, what 7, 8 years, somewhere around there. Oh man, oh the music. Oh no. I hope YT doesn't shut off my live stream. Okay. Now the Red Dragon alternative for maritime shipping. Now, all of this, what's going on now? Yes, all of this, what is going on now? Hey, how you doing? Is it's all commerce. It's all about making money and being able to feed your people. So everybody has a right to feed their people. Oh man. So here it's important to highlight that about 90% of the Red Dragon products are transported by sea, just as I told you earlier. The Red Dragon State Oceanic Administration has proclaimed that the 21st century as the century of the oceans, recognizing the importance of the maritime routes on their strategy for development. The Red Dragon country in Europe maritime trade has 3 times greater than air. So you're going to see a lot more stuff going on by sea as all these things are, how can I say, all of these areas are basically cemented in having these contracts. All of this stuff is contracts. Yep, T 2024. And please vote early, and also take care of local elections. So and here's the interesting part. Okay, the Red Dragon strategic maneuver to diversify its oil and natural gas supply routes aims to alleviate the strategic vulnerability, famously known as the Malacca dilemma, led it to see the Arctic shipping potential as essential. The Malacca dilemma, a term coined by President Hugh Hinto in 2003, signifies China's vulnerability to a naval blockade due to limited alternative routes and the potential for control by external powers, particularly the United States, over reliance on the Strait and the Malacca presence for a major obstacle for Red Dragon Country trade network. So there's going to be a lot going on here. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. We're not talking about dump truck. We're not talking about the world. We're talking about this stuff going on. Hey, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, you know I'm live streaming.
My bad.
I'm live streaming. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Lord have mercy. This is something. So China's role in enhancing the so a lot of stuff is happening up there, and there's going to be a lot of power moves that are being made. Now, if anyone tried to keep this from happening, they did a poor job keeping that from happening. Because now over there, like I said, in Russian waters and the Red Dragon Company, countries are going to be powerhouses. And now Xi Jinping has made a lot of inroads with the Saudis, and if they decide to take their money and make the Red Dragon country's currency the reserves, world reserves, the petrodollar is done, and the United States goes downhill fast, and it's happening now. It's happening now, and I have to check to see if that right there has been done. But this pipeline and these Arctic trade routes, it's vital. It's vital in order for these countries to thrive. And the United States has no leadway over there. The only thing what they have is down below. Now, Finland, Sweden, and Holland, they do not have a viable. I don't want to say a viable navy to where it can, take on Russian waters. They don't. They don't have it. But it's going to be quite interesting. Very, very interesting. So there's too much noise here. So I'll put this up later. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Oh, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Okay. Time is running out for red. No, time is not running out for red. No, no, no. No, time is running out for blue. I'm going to do it. Oh, man, too many people are coming. All right. You take care. Bye bye.